take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it.
Yo, you tuned in to Backstage Pass, the podcast. I'm the host, Realest Low. We got a special guest in the house with us tonight. And he's the coolest comedian ever. The OG of the stand-up comedian game. And give it up for T to the motherfucking K. TK Kirkland, everybody. Yeah, welcome to the show, bro.
Hey, it's a pleasure, young man.
All right, man.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really glad to see you here.
Yes.
And you're looking good. How you feeling?
Life's amazing, my man. Yeah, I got no complaints.
I got you.
Yeah, I'm happy. Spiritually, I'm happy.
I got you. So I just want to start off with the fact that you've been in the entertainment industry for like over 30 years.
Yes.
And you wear a lot of hats.
Yes.
Literally. So I'm tilted to the side.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But you're a businessman, an actor.
Yes.
Comedian, relationship guru or
yeah, I like that. I like guru.
Okay, guru. And podcast host.
Yes. Used to be a teacher.
Used to be a teacher
at Montclair State University.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, because I know on all my interviews, I never got that out.
Okay.
I used to be a teacher at Montclair State University for Upward Bound program.
Okay.
I used to raise money in the political world.
Yeah.
You know, I worked with Maxine Waters.
Wow.
In Los Angeles, California. Yeah. That led to me doing things with Nelson Mandela when he got out of prison in Los Angeles, California. So my roots go deep in this business around the world. And
wow, I didn't know that.
It's only fascinating when I sit and I hear myself talk.
Okay.
And then you get people from around the world, oh, he lying or whatever. But then I love when DL or Godfrey or Mike Epps, they'll tell the world like, nah, TK tells the truth. I like that.
Right. I mean, so tell me, for whatever reason, if you were only able to do one of those gigs going forward for the rest of your life, which one would you continue to rock with and why?
That's a good question. I would say stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy.
Stand-up comedy keeps you young. I take my appearance seriously, so it keeps you in the gym. Right. It keeps you current with the lingo and the knowledge of what's going on in the world, and you have to stay on top of your game as a comedian. Right. It's like being a reporter, a professor, a philosopher, a psychologist. You have to study, you have to read, and you have to just be on top of your game. And I think that's what I would do. I would choose stand-up comedy. You
would definitely stick with the stand-up comedy.
Yeah, definitely.
No doubt.
Even though I say I want to retire sometime, but this is a great living. Right. This is a great living. No complaints about it.
Yeah. So I kind of like jumped the gun a little bit, but
it's okay.
I really want to know, well, I know for a fact that you was born in
Jersey City, New Jersey.
So you're from the East Coast.
Yes.
But you've been out west though for a minute.
Since I was 18.
Yeah. Okay. So did you was you raised up in a family like the Waynans family, like where you had a bunch of sisters and brothers and everybody was talented and funny?
No. I was only funny around my mother and my brothers. Comedy wasn't on my radar in the 70s. It wasn't like it was looked down upon. Right. But it wasn't as big as it is now. Yeah. Because you're talking about a kid who went to college, got a master's degree. So when I decided to do stand-up comedy, it was frowned upon.
Oh, when you decided that you wanted to do it.
Yeah, comedian. Yeah, like what the fuck you thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking that I'm thinking that like as a kid, you still had to be funny. Like you were.
Yeah, I was funny, but I wasn't a class clown.
You wasn't a class. Okay.
I was always, everything about me was always smooth. I was always a player. I was just smooth with it.
Right. So you ain't go around and clown the little corny kids.
No. I was never that kind of guy. No, not at all.
Yeah. All right, but I've been a fan of yours since way back, like the early 90s.
Yes.
And I can't exactly remember where I first saw you perform, but I was thinking it was like Def Comedy Jam.
Never did Def Jam.
Yeah, because I did
I never did Def Jam.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Because I Googled Def Comedy Jam, and I was trying to look for your performances, and I ain't find anything.
Yes.
So why you never did Def Comedy Jam?
It was a great. I should have did it, but two things happened in my journey of Def Jam. When they first started, Bob Sumner and Tina Graham was the head of Def Jam for Russell Simmons.
Okay.
And the world needs to know this answer. This is good. Before they hired anybody else on Def Jam,
right?
They called me first.
Def
Jam was based on my style of stand-up comedy.
Okay.
It was based on because I was raw, I was uncut, and no comic was doing that at the time. So I turned it down. Because I had just did a special called Mo Funny. It was a documentary. Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Moms Mabley, the best of the best, and they had me in that. And I felt like I thought, I'm young. I didn't think you can do both.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking, I'm just do this. I can't do that.
Right.
And I should have did Def Jam in that. Now, because I was a hustler too, and my other little thing was credit card fraud, and I used to fly comedians into around the world basically because they didn't have money. Yeah. So I would pay for their airline ticket, get them to where they got to go. They would pay me. That was my little side hustle. Yeah. Back in the day, you could do this through a travel agency. It's not like how now you can do stuff on your app. Or you can call and, so I would call the travel agency, use the credit card and different credit card numbers. Okay. And the credit card numbers, and you had 30 days before it hit the fan, before somebody got their bill and go, oh shit. But two things that people don't understand about credit card bill. One, you never had to get upset with me because you can call the credit card company and say, it wasn't me. The insurance is going to cover the bill. The people still gonna get paid their money who complain, right? But I'm a young kid, so I'm going by. But it also happened to be they thought it was Russell Simmons' credit card. It was a myth for years.
They thought it was Russell.
They said I took Russell Simmons' credit card, and that's not what happened.
So people thought you had beef with Russell or something.
It wasn't have beef because me and him was cool, but that's already out in the world. Yeah. So it's a running conspiracy theory that TK did that never happened. Okay. It was a man's name, Raymond Lambert, who owned All Jokes Aside. It was his credit card number, but I used it at a travel agency that Def Jam used booked some of their comedians and stuff to fly. Right. But I did that to Russell Simmons and I did it to Suge Knight.
Oh, you did it to Suge?
Yeah. But Suge Knight rolled up on me.
I'm sure.
Suge rolled up on me. Me and Suge is tight though. He wouldn't go, we didn't go fight or nothing. Yeah. He was just like, TK, you wrong for that. Right. You need to handle the bill. So I paid him. You took care of it though. Yeah, right? I took care of it. Whenever I did something wrong, because I had the money. Like it wasn't I wasn't broke. I was just doing dumb shit when I was young. Yeah. So it wasn't like I was just dumb. But when I sit here today and I tell these stories around the world, I realize that the universe took me through all these things to make me the kind of man I am today.
Who you are today, yeah.
Because I can relate to so many people on so many levels, from politics down to a young man who's going through something, a woman's going through something. And if you ain't been through nothing, you can't teach nobody nothing.
That's true.
So I'm here today, excited, happy that I have wisdom. Am I happy about my past? Some of my things? No. Yeah. But I'm happy that I'm sitting and doing this interview. I'm winning in life. I'm healthy.
No doubt.
I have no complaints.
I feel you. I mean, you explained that pretty good and everything. I mean, and when I think back, a lot of comedians, they came through Def Comedy Jam. Yes. A lot of comedians, the likes of like Joe Torre, J. Anthony Brown, right. Steve Harvey, who else? Adele Givens.
Yep, sure did.
Now thinking back on that, do you ever feel like you missed out on something by not performing on that show?
The only thing that did for me is that I would have been a superstar. That's it. Because everybody knew my shit was fire. Yeah. Everybody. Gotcha. And to be working. See, what people need to understand today is I've been doing this 40 years.
Damn. 40 years, bro.
I'm still working.
Yeah.
Like I work more than everybody.
Yeah.
Can't be denied. Can't nobody compare to it.
What do you contribute that to?
So nobody work more than me. I mean, I'm a hustler, good relationships, and I'm funny.
Right.
You know, and I'm funny, and I get deals better than some comedians who might have a big name.
Yeah.
So if I'm not getting 90% of the door, it ain't happening.
It ain't happening. Yeah.
My deal with Live Nation is a phenomenal deal. They believed in me. A guy named Andrew Tillman who hooked my deal up with Live Nation. And we sat down with Live Nation, and the rest is history. And boom, we're about to start in January this year. My 37 cities, and we're doing it for the next 7, 8, as long as I want to go.
Man, you stay working.
I stay working.
Yeah. So yeah, I want to know exactly though. I'm sure a lot of people want to know exactly how you actually got into the comedy game, because I heard. We went the real story because I heard that it had something to do with 2 other Jersey natives. Eddie Murphy and his brother
and
Charlie.
what I try to do, that question has been asked so many times in my career, and it's embarrassing. Okay. So we're gonna what's the word?
We're gonna skip that.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that.
We're gonna skip that one.
Yeah, and the reason why is now I have grandchildren, and I have sons and daughters, and it's a topic that I think should be deleted from memory.
I got you.
So I'm winning.
You winning, right? I get it. You don't want to discuss whatever happened, transpired.
Yeah, because I want people to know that your past is your past.
Yeah.
And I want people to understand, to focus on what you're doing today, because those things are important.
But I get it, and I'm not trying to stay on that like that.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, you was just sitting, put on the toilet or something. He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna be a comedian." You know what I mean?
No. I turned the negative into a positive. That's whenever I had a bad situation.
Okay.
I've always turned the negative into a positive. But that's me. That's my DNA, and I'm winning with it, and I love it.
Got you. So, I love comedy. I love different styles of comedians and things like that. I enjoy it just like, music. I like different genres of music.
Yes.
To me, your comedy style is real smooth.
Yes.
You real laid back. Your storytelling is funny as hell. It's just like whenever I watch you, I can tell that you know how to work the crowd.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? You know how to work the crowd, and where does that come from exactly?
I think it's a combination of a lot of things. Studying your craft has to be in your DNA, because everybody's been doing comedy for a while, but everybody has different styles.
Right.
I just truly happen to be good at what I do. And I toured with, a lot of people came up through stand-up. I came up through hip-hop.
Yeah.
See, I'm hip-hop's first real stand-up comedian. Started out with New Edition, then hooked up with NWA, Jay-Z, the Cash Money Millionaires, 50 Cent, Luke, Ludacris, AMG,
right.
Second to None, Frankie Beverly and Mays, The Whispers.
Yeah.
Nobody's resume is
like that.
So all those things are learning experiences.
Gotcha. And so even like, I know what your style is today, but even when you first started, was that still your style?
Yeah. I was probably a little raw. A lot of comedians I see, they have picked up that style of being raw. Yeah. But a lot of comedians don't have good comedy IQ. And what I mean by that is when you're in basketball, if you understand basketball, the Bill Russells, what their statistics, what they scored.
Yeah.
If you're a boxer, the great boxers before your time.
Right.
If you're a football player, about the Jim Browns.
Exactly.
Except Jim Thorpe and all those people.
Yeah.
In comedy, all people talk about is Eddie Murphy, Red Fox, or maybe Robert Harris.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah. But if you know stand-up comedy, your history, you have a high comedy IQ. And when you get to my era of stand-up comedy, you see how things change. And certain comedians will go on and say, I learned my style from TK. But I do it in such a way that it's undeniable,
right?
On when we all on the show together.
Yeah.
Who's gonna walk out of there the man? Like, I take it very seriously.
Yeah, I can tell. But can you tell us about a time that you actually bombed?
I bombed one time, but it wasn't because I was funny. I bombed because I was talking about someone in the audience. And the person said his mother had died, and I didn't believe him.
Right.
And I said something about that.
Okay.
And they cut my mic off.
Wow.
Crowd didn't like it. It was a young experience.
Yeah.
Because me and my cousins, we walked in there together. You know, when your family members, everybody happy. You know, you feel this TK Kirkland.
Yeah.
We all walked out there with our tails between our asses. Shit was hilarious.
So you remember the actual club and everything?
It was in New York.
It was in New York.
Yeah, but I've been consistent. Like, I've been consistent. Yeah, I bombed maybe two. And one time was in Arizona. Because it wasn't a comedy show. This guy had dancers and singers on the show. Some real hood type shit.
Yeah.
And they put me on right after some confusion.
Yeah.
And the material just didn't go right with what happened. So I had got booed. And when I was telling comedians I got booed, nobody believed me. I said, shut up. I said, nah. But I laughed at it because it's like a basketball player. Yeah. It's like Jordan, you know he could score 40 points.
So it didn't affect you at all?
No, it didn't affect me at all.
Okay, gotcha.
No.
Like, so my son, you know, he grew up watching like wrestling, WWE and different organizations like that.
Right.
And he put me on to like the wrestlers lingo.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, you know, a good guy, they'll call a good guy a baby face. Or they'll call the bad guy a heel. See, I didn't know none of that. He watched it all the time. I was like, you know, he schooled me on that.
Yes.
So, you know, just listening to him tell that story or whatever, I'm assuming that there's, you know, some comedy lingo.
No.
There's no comedy lingo?
There's no comedy
lingo. There's nothing that you guys in the background?
You hear a monster. You know, I get that a lot. I'm a monster on stage.
Yeah. But I'm saying like in the green room and backstage, when y'all communicating amongst yourselves, there's nothing, no lingo, no slang terms or anything that the comedians use.
No.
Okay.
And I'm a loner. So I'm by myself a lot. I don't have I'm not 4 or 5 deep in my dressing room.
Okay.
I'm not an entourage of 30 people.
Yeah.
Eagles fly alone.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm an eagle. I always move by myself.
I got you, man. So being in the industry as long as you have, I'm sure that you've worked with a ton of comedians. You already explained that already and everything. But for the sake of just talking crazy, let's say, for instance, if you had a dream and the Grim Reaper came to you and said to you, like, he told you that you had to put together a funny ass show and you had to add 2 other comedians. And if, you know, y'all didn't make him laugh his ass off, it would be lights off for you.
That's hilarious.
Okay, it'd be lights off for you. Not them 2, but lights off for you.
Right.
What 2 comedians are you bringing in with you?
I'm definitely going with Godfrey.
Godfrey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with Godfrey because he knows so many different lingos and styles of the world.
Yeah.
He'll probably know what type of language to say to that motherfucker. And the other person who is clever but non-threatening is my man D.L. Hughley.
D.L. Hughley.
Yeah, D.L. a rocket for me.
Yeah.
You know,
So
I'm going to go with the people that I brought in the game.
That you brought in the game, and you know that they're going to represent.
Because I gave them the game. They know how to move.
And I'm fans of both of them, too. You know, I like Godfrey and I like D.L. D.L., you know, I always try to check him out when he come to Charlotte.
Yeah,
wherever I can.
Man.
But yeah, so you think that those 2 would represent for you and you'd be
represent
good.
it down.
No lights out for you.
Yep, I'll be
you
on
don't have
point.
to change or do anything with your life insurance or anything.
Not at all.
All right, so throughout your career, you have had a huge connection with hip hop. You already mentioned that.
Yes.
A lot of the rappers, Eazy-E, Cash Money, you didn't work with a lot of those rappers and everything. I had heard, I don't know how true this is, but prior to Eazy's passing, you and Eazy-E had connected and was working on some type of business venture.
Oh yeah. Me and Eazy was tight. God bless him. And I had an idea because of Def Jam that I wanted to start at Ruthless Comedy.
Okay.
So me, him, Jerry Heller, the paperwork was together. We was getting ready to rock it, and Eazy-E died.
Yeah.
And I took that same deal. And when 50 Cent blew up, because I did window shop with him, he was the opening act on the Rough Rider Cash Money tour, and he had remembered me for years. And my agent at the time, I forgot her name, had helped set the deal up for us to start the G's of comedy. But at that time, 50 was being managed by Chris Lighty.
Yeah.
Chris Lighty was the manager. So we went to William Morris. Deal was set. But what Chris Lighty did that I didn't like, he took a year to sign the deal.
Okay.
By that time, to me, 50 was on the decline.
Okay.
It wasn't him and Dr. Dre and them wasn't all talking.
Right.
And 50 mind wasn't on what I had, because I felt if 50 would have understood this game of comedy the way he does now, the Jesus of comedy would have on a whole nother level. So it never got done. So I walked away from that deal.
So what 50 was called the G's of comedy?
I was calling it.
You was calling it.
Anything I bring, I own it.
Okay.
So it was called the G's of comedy.
Got you.
So I wanted to put a comedian named Capone on there. Another comedian named Doodoo Brown.
Yeah.
And these guys at that time was just phenomenal. And I actually talked to him about the G's of comedy. And what happened in this business is unfortunate that you can have a great idea. It's unfortunate you can sit at the table with people and the deal's about to get done. And it's unfortunate you have a deal on Friday, but it's unfortunate on Tuesday that deal is going, something happens.
Right.
It's crazy.
Definitely, yeah. All right, so I know you down with hip hop and everything. So what rap artists are you listening to today?
Nobody.
For real, nobody?
I don't listen to music really that much.
Oh, you don't even listen?
Yeah, I'm a classical guy. I like listening to Yanni.
Okay.
I like listening to Frank Sinatra. And every now and then I might bump the Fugees. Every now and then I might bump NWA. Definitely my man in hip hop who represents the way I think, the way I move from conversation to swag is Hove.
Hove, yeah,
like
definitely.
Jay-Z, you know, because it's crazy. You know, I was bigger than all these young men at one time. You know, when Jay-Z got started, I hired him to do my birthday party. Yeah. And when I was 35 years old. And I rode with hustlers. I love telling that story because I had Eric Von Zip, Frankie B, Herm from Miami. Anybody in the 90s who was getting money, mink coat, crocodile, pushing nice ride, fine as women with leather coats, fat asses, looking good, getting money. Right. No, Mary J. Blige type women. That's the kind of women we rocked with in New York. You know, everybody was stylish, mink coats. Right.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would say Jay-Z.
Jay-Z. Yeah. All right. So you say Jay-Z, and I know you talking. You're not listening to anybody right now, but just give us your all-time top 5 favorite rappers.
Well, all-time top 5
from any era.
Busta Rhymes for sure.
Busta Rhymes.
Jay-Z for sure. Even though I like NWA because what they've done for me, I would put them up there. NWA
as a group.
As a group.
As a group.
Yeah, I would put them up there.
So that's, what's that, 4?
Yeah, that's 4. That's 3, I think.
That's 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Other than that, yo,
you don't even have a 5?
I'm Pete Rock and CL Smooth.
Okay. Yeah.
And to all my killers in $100 billers, what's the brothers out of New York? My man died. He used to have sickle cell.
Oh yeah, Mobb Deep.
Mobb Deep.
Yeah.
And I gotta put Nipsey Hussle. His last album.
Yeah.
I rocked that thing for 2 years.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, that album was cold.
Yeah, I played that a lot too.
Yeah. Nipsey. Yeah, I understood him.
Yeah. All right, so it's clear that you're a hustler, and you work for yourself.
Yes.
How do you normally start your day? Like, are you the kind of person to wake up and first thing you do is get a drink of coffee, stretch, work out, read your emails and respond to your emails? What's a day like?
Between 5 and 12, I tell people it's for the Lord.
5 and 12.
Yeah, from 5 in the morning. I usually wake up maybe 2 or 3.
Yeah. Damn.
But I'm trying to get on the phone because when you talk to other people, they bring their problems into your world.
Yeah.
Then I'm very carefully who I talk to in the morning because their energy affects you for a couple hours. You have the ability to adjust, but I'd rather not hear nothing from nobody.
Yeah.
And I could deal with the world maybe about 12:05, but from 5 to then it's drink my water. I drink lemon and water. Light my candles downstairs in my living room. I might have the stock market on. I might have CNN.
Okay.
Not really even paying attention because I already know what I got my investments in.
Yeah.
I just, because I invest not to get rich. I invest just to have money to gain, but it's made me rich. If that makes sense. Okay. Some people invest to get rich, and they lose that way. Yeah. I don't do that.
Right.
I just, as a businessman, I got to put my money somewhere. So I put money into things, and it just do well, But I'm not doing it to get rich. I believe when you're rich already, you live beneath your means. People get rich and then live above their means. And that's when you have problems. Right. I don't need much, just as long as I got on some fresh underwear, clean socks. I drive a nice car. Right. I'm about peace and quiet. Good woman, someone know how to rub your back and rub your knees. That's a good thing for me.
Okay, I got you. So, what's your take on the comedy game today? Like, do you think that it's better today for comedians or worse?
Oh, it's definitely better for some comics because they found the way to use the internet. Yeah. So they are what you have warp speed, so to speak. They blew up fast, and they have the fan base. They just don't have the talent to match what they have. So we are in an era of lack of talent, but you don't know what you've missed until you see a good comic. And some people go to a show and a comic got fame on social media, but he could only give a 15, 20-minute show. And it's not to hate on him because I think comedy is based on maturity and experiences in life. Right. So the older you get and you still doing stand-up, if you're a good writer, if you know how to translate life experiences to the stage, you're going to get better.
Yeah, you get seasoned.
Yeah, you get seasoned. Yeah. And the older you get, the better you become at stand-up. Right. It's one of them type of businesses. Yeah.
Do you ever get burnt out on touring?
Yeah. I take a couple weeks off. This is the first time in 39 years. I took six weeks off this year. But not all at one time. I did it 2 weeks here, 3 weeks here maybe, and 1 week here. And it made me appreciate this a lot more.
Yeah, just taking a break is what helped you recover from the burnout, or do you?
I wasn't burned out. I just really needed to rest.
You just need to rest.
I wasn't able to enjoy some of the things at my home, so I was able to ride my electric bike. I was riding my scooter. I was able just to walk around or just sit and not do nothing, and it felt good. Yeah. But it also made me when I got back on the plane and radio interviews and doing stuff with you. Okay. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. But you still get that feeling of, excitement for just doing comedy.
Oh yeah,
you still get that.
Yeah, still get it. Yeah, still get it.
Running through in and out.
Yeah, because I got so much to say. I can't wait to get on stage. I got so much to say.
Right. Okay. So I've never heard this about you, but have you ever gotten into it with another comedian or a promoter because you thought you should have headlined a show, or does headlining even matter to you?
No, it doesn't matter because no matter what show I'm on, I'm the headliner. You can be a headliner, but no matter what the show is, I'm the headliner.
You're gonna do your thing.
I'm gonna do my thing. Right. I leave it like that. And it's all friendly competition. Yeah. It's like a ball player. Right. It's like basketball. I love all comics. Yeah. And I want everybody to do their thing.
But go ahead.
Yeah. The thing about stand-up is when I have my show, I really like comedians who are not in my genre. Yeah. If I pronounce that correctly.
Genre, yeah.
Yeah. I want comedians who are not African American. There's a reason to this. Again, comedy IQ. Right. Because if I'm the headliner and there's 3 African Americans on the show with me, but they don't understand comedy. Yeah. And they winging it. They talking shit. They doing their thing. Right. By the time I go on, you might have talked about topics I wanted to talk about already. Yep. So now when I go on to be a good comedian, I have to adjust my show because you touched on some of the things I wanted to talk about. It was a comedian not too long ago, I saw an interview, it was hilarious. He said that I gave him so many rules that he couldn't say this, he couldn't do that. And he took it as offense. He thought that I was scared of him. Yeah. And he must don't know my resume. Right. But what I want to tell comics, it's my show.
Yeah.
I know how I want my show to run. My show.
Yeah.
You lucky to have been on my show.
Right.
So I don't need nobody. I toured the world with TK Kirkland on the marquee.
Yeah.
I could do a one-man show. And I could put asses in the seats.
Yeah.
So when I give comics my understanding, it's not rules. If you're working under my jurisdiction at the time, this is how I want the show. So I usually use the corny. If I'm using black comic, you've got to be a corny dude that your life is totally a whole nother direction.
Different than yours.
So I normally go with Spanish or white because guess what? They don't think or have the lifestyle that I talk about. They're not going to talk about relationships.
Yeah.
They're not going to talk about Will Smith or Jada Pinkett.
Right.
They're going to talk about how sex jokes and all.
Yeah.
Now, even though I talk about everything from politics to real estate to life insurance, I want to have the whole role to myself. So that's why I don't put certain comics on the show with me.
I got you.
Because I want to be in the carpool lane.
Right.
I want to be able to go right through without saying I have to adjust my act because you wasn't smart enough to study the headliner. So he's like, I don't want to talk about what he's talking about because he's show. People don't care. They want to go up and they make it difficult for you.
But you're the kind of comedian that you'll do like corporate events and everything.
I could do it all. All the way to church.
And comfortable with.
Yeah, colleges. All that. And I try to teach this to comedians.
Yeah.
They don't get it.
They don't get it.
I'm like, can you do a clean set?
Right.
I had people actually call back to, I can't do it, dog.
They can't even do
and
a
I
clean set.
say to myself, you won't be working until you 60-something years old.
Yeah.
They don't understand it. They really think it's just be profound. But
Right.
the young kids today is the way they think is whoosh, man.
Oh, you brought it up. Like these new age comedians, a lot of them, like you said earlier, they've gotten their start from like the internet, social media, and everything like that. What's your overall take on that? Because they're going the non-traditional route of
no, I think it's good. Like I said, I think it's good. I'm not against anyone or how you want to get famous or get money, right?
Right.
I'm happy for everybody. And it's similar to basketball, right?
Yeah.
When you take the Larry Birds and the Magic Johnsons from the day, they have destroyed some of these ball players today.
Yeah, right.
But the game has changed. It evolved.
It's different.
It is what it is.
Right.
The same thing in comedy.
So
we paved the way for the young generation. Some of them get money, not all of them, but a few. Is getting a few dollars, and you're happy for them, And I'm successful. I have no complaints. I don't count nobody else's money. I just want to do what I do, stay out the way, and enjoy life.
Like if you're on a show and you see a young comic and they do something that you think might be a little off, do you ever give them any advice?
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll just shut up because some kids can't take constructive criticism.
Yeah.
So I wish you the best. I wish you
see you next time.
Right? Yeah. See you next time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I caught a segment from one of your podcasts a while back, and you allow certain people to call in, and this lady called in, was talking about a boyfriend or her husband. She was going on and on and on. I was just like, damn. But you was patient with her, man. You listened to her and you dropped the gem on her, gave her some, some good advice or whatever. How did you even get into giving out advice, relationship advice to people? How did you even get into that?
Because I came up a player, I'm keeping 100. I don't play to the end. I'm just smooth at what I do.
Yeah.
But I tell the truth. Some people get it. Some people don't understand it. Some guys think I'm a simp. Some guys say that can't happen. Some women will say he fake or fraud. But that's life, right?
Right.
And I realize that my life is not like everybody else's life. Some lives are mediocre. Right. Some lives are okay. But when I sit and I talk to you, I talk to close people, man, I really did my thing. Yeah. And to be at my age and took care of myself. Right. And still doing it. Yeah. Like, I wake up, I'm so thankful, like, man, I got no complaints, y'all. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But speaking on relationships, it's what's been going on with Jada and Will. It's been in the news, on social media, all over the place. What if Will Smith hit you up and called you and was like, "OG, yo, it's good. You know what's going on with my marriage, man.
Right?
I'm going through it."
Mm-hmm. Good question.
What type of advice are you giving me?
I would tell them, get a divorce and get you a new woman. Like, it's a group of college women graduating in June. It's a whole team, and some men are afraid to try something new.
Yeah.
And I seen his interviews. He really loves that woman, and whatever the hole is,
right.
I've come to realize not too long ago, I raise my hands, I surrender, I wish them to the best. And after this interview right here, other than in stand-up, I'll probably never talk about it again.
Yeah.
It's his life.
Right.
He has the right to do what he wants to do with his life, and I'm a chill.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's their business, no doubt.
Yes.
But when they put it out there, people gonna have opinions.
I agree.
That kind of thing.
I'm not gonna give no more opinions on it. Wish that man the best.
Right. Yeah.
You want to be miserable? Go on live your life. Yeah.
That's
I'm over here trying to defend him. No. You do your thing.
Yeah. All right. So outside of comedy tours, what else are you currently working on that you would like for everybody to know about?
I've learned in this business that you keep things close to your heart until the deal is done.
Yeah.
So just know, I just want the world to know that I'm working. My goals today is to be a spokesperson for Car Shield. I want to take Ice-T's job.
You want to take Ice-T?
I work out every day because I want to be a mall walker.
Yeah.
I want to be in the mall walking when the stores open. And
in the morning.
These are senior citizens do.
That's what they do.
I want to do stuff like that. I want to...
You going to get some of those old school Nikes?
The Nikes, the socks that come up to your knees with the stripes. I want to get a 6-pack.
Yeah, okay.
So that when I'm walking around an assisted living pool, that I look good with my cigar. And I want to wear Speedos, with my thighs and my chest real oily. I'm gonna do my thing,
Yeah, I got you.
And I want to take women out for cocktails, Red Lobster. I have a van. We all go to church on Sunday, and I want to inspire older women and men.
No doubt. But you inspire a lot of young cats, though.
Yes.
You are right now. There's a lot of young cats, man, that ain't looking as good as you.
Yeah,
bro.
they hit me up all the time. I'm happy that the young kids is listening to me. I didn't know they was really lost like that in the world. Yeah, man, the questions that these young boys ask me, even women, it's crazy, and it's such a strong thing being a man that even the young women be trying to date me. Yeah. And I gotta say, baby, you're too young, and they'll curse me out. Like, I literally have to be a gentleman. Like, nah, baby, I'm talking about I get cursed out. Yeah. Crazy.
I believe it. Now, you're really big on being healthy.
Yes.
Real big on that. What is the best health advice that you can give out to everyone? I mean, anybody who's watching this or listening to this podcast right now, what's the best health advice?
Stay single. Stay away from pettiness. Yeah. Eat good. Drink your water before you go to bed at night. Always.
Always drink water.
Because it prevents heart attacks and strokes. Yeah. Drink water early in the morning because it opens your organs. It wakes up your organs. Eat good. I eat a lot of fruit. Yeah. All day. Hot lemon and water. As many times a day as you can. But understand, health starts when you're young.
No doubt, yeah.
Some people start working out in their 30s, 40s. Now, you might look good.
Right,
but the damage is done.
Already done, yeah.
The damage is done.
And just like you said, that drinking water first thing in the morning, because like people don't think about it, because you actually sleep for like 7 to 8 hours.
Yes.
So your body has not gotten that water in its system. So when you first wake up, some people just go out and start doing things, but your body really do need that water. Yeah.
And study has shown that between 4 and 6 a.m. is when your body's in deep state, and most people die between 4 and 6 o'clock in the morning because of the way their metabolism is.
Wow, I know.
Yeah, it's a true story.
Yeah,
you can Google it.
That. Yeah,
you can Google it. Anything I say, you can Google it. I'm just making sure people don't think I'm just throwing this stuff out there. Between 4 and 6 a.m. is when most people have a heart attack or stroke and die.
No doubt. Yeah. Well, OG, man, I'm telling you, it's been a pleasure, bro.
No, I'm proud of you, young man. You know, it was good getting here. You've been professional. from the beginning. He's coming to my show tonight.
Yeah.
We're about to have a good time. I'm excited. And that's it. And to my fans, follow me on TK_Kirkland. Listen to my podcast, which is audio, at TK Kirkland Podcast on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts and YouTube. And listen for in the next few weeks, you'll hear about my tour with Live Nation. It's going to be off the chain. Matter of fact, Legends Don't Give a F.
Legends don't give a F.
Legends don't give a fuck.
Got you. I got you.
Right. That's what we call it. The tour. And
you selling those at the show?
Yeah, I'm selling those. I'll give you one.
Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah. But again, like I definitely appreciate you swinging through. I know you're busy. You got 2 shows this evening. 2 shows tonight, 1 show tomorrow.
And then I got to do my podcast. And then on my way driving home, I'm changing my will. So I'll be talking to my agent on there, and I got 2 grandbabies. So I'm getting them annuities and setting up stuff for them. So when I do leave here, they know that granddad was looking out for them. Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that's what's up. Anytime you're in the city, man, holler at us, man. Link up.
Man, I come back once a year. So we'll make this an annual thing. You know, you just keep doing your thing. I'm proud of you. Keep your head on straight. You and your family, and
no doubt.
May your pain be champagne.
Hey, that's what's up, brother.
My man.
All right,
wish you the best.
One love,
yes,
bro.
Sir.
Okay.
I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Hit the ground, then it go off. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Hit the ground, then it go off. Run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my.